Hi, I'm Ross Trachtenberg with Figure It Out Baseball. I'm the recruiting coordinator at Westchester University in Pennsylvania, and I'm going to share some concepts with you about how to kind of build a good culture within your baseball program. This video is slightly intended a little bit more for coaches out there, certainly parents that are helping to bring their children along in the game of baseball or any sport. But it's also for players that are looking to play at a higher level, if they're looking to try out for a team. These are kind of aspects you can look for in a program to find a good fit for you. So certainly if you're a high school player looking to play in college, getting a sense of the culture of the program is definitely worthwhile. I think as a coach, it's really important to set the standards for your team and define what's really most important to you. The number of things you can think about, conceive of that could be important are very broad. However, what I think is important is try and narrow it down to the 2 or 3 most important features that you want your program to be about. I always really appreciated punctuality. I think being on time goes a long way. And then once the players are physically there, then being present, being locked in, being focused, essentially for the duration of the practice or the game. So for me, those are kind of the 2 concepts that I really try and stress to my players on a daily basis is, again, being on time, and that's for the practice for the game, and then also if we're going to start a new drill or transition from one thing to the next, be on time. Don't be the person that's kind of straggling behind. When it comes to effort and being present, just again watching the body language of your players and seeing that they're fully engaged in what you're doing. Now, part of that responsibility falls on you as a coach. I think an aspect of baseball that unfortunately is seeping in is that there's a lack of fun. It is a game, and we want to make sure that our players are enjoying their experience on the baseball field with you. So to some degree, it's really up to the coach, it's up to the leader of the organization to set the tone. So again, to me, fun, enjoyment is really a big part of building a culture. And when a player enjoys coming to the ball field every day, they're again going to be present. They're going to want to be on time. And that comes from the coach really setting the tone. Some other kind of key elements that I feel are important is communication. And it depends on the level you're coaching. If it's 5-6-year-olds, then communication really has to go through the parents. As you get into high school, college, certainly communicating directly with the players. Figure out the best mode to do this. So is it email? Is it text message? Is it posting information? Just when I was a coach starting out at the high school level, was posting a note on the gym door about where practice was going to be. Over communicating can be a real key for you in terms of logistics. And then the next piece to go along with communication is to talk to your players about their roles on the team and being honest with them about where they can improve their game, what strengths they bring to the program as a whole. So again, communication has a lot of layers to it. In my opinion, over communicating is the way to go. And the last kind of aspect in terms of building a culture that I want to touch on at this point is really be an example for your players, be an example for your assistant coaches if you're the head coach. So that means if you want players fully engaged, you want players to be on time, then as the head coach, you should also be on time. You should also be prepared and be present during practices and games physically and mentally. So that means putting down the cell phone for the hour or 2 of practice. That means when the players are out stretching or doing their throwing, you don't just tell them to go down the line. You actually go down with them and be present with them. We don't have a lot of time with our players. So again, it's really important for the coach to be, again, physically and mentally present to make the most of our time with our players. And again, the more effort you put in, the more organized you are, the more that you care about your players, you'll see the rewards come back tenfold. Again, I'm Ross Trachtenberg with Figure It Out Baseball and Westchester University.